Lying. Lying. Lying.
Okay. One, two. All right. Welcome. Another episode of Shame Sunday with Mrs. She Said. Stop the damn lying. Just stop the damn lying. We're going to talk about it today. Pull up, pop in, hit the like button, share, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to stop fucking lying. Pull up and pop in. We're going to talk about it today. So get ready. Appreciate everybody pulling up and popping in. Hit that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Shame. You might too much. 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 Too many crabs in the barrel, but I'd rather hang around family and battle. It's too much, too many dripping in sauce, and I ain't hating on nobody, they can get lost. It's too much, trying to help a nigga out. The only thing they care about is internet cloud. It's too much, niggas sounding like each other and they all dead wrong, they don't even get along. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might. Too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much, you might, too much drip, you might slip, 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 too much.
Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Take that with you on the way down. Up in the way, cause I don't play clown. Take that with you on the way down. I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal.
And what I'm trying to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, is the real world that our children live in. Not the ideal one that we want them to live in. Not this wonderful world that we pray that will come here one day, but the real world that they have to live in. You want to know why they're acting so crazy? You want to know why they're doing the things that they're doing? Because we have not prepared them to live in this real world. We have sent them through 12 years of school teaching them this dumb stuff that doesn't work, and when they go out and try to apply it and get killed for it, we are not there.
An animal. I eat a fake motherfucker like a cannibal. And I don't even understand how he got that far. Cause every time he write a rhyme, it's about his goddamn car. You know the top 10 hottest in the fucking game? Well, 8 of them niggas fucking lame. It's a fucking shame how y'all put them on a pedestal. But I figure you ain't got nothing better to do.
Lying.
We gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
You ain't got nothing better to do. Alright, ass. Harmonizers in the building. Everybody pulling up and popping in. I do appreciate you. Tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that like button and share. Because, you know, everybody lies, but some lies really hurt people. Bronze Flat Power God is in the building. I appreciate you, sir, pulling up and popping in. Take heed to the message, my sister. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for your messages. Alexander X is in the building. Let's go. Appreciate you. Hey, B, ABC.
Okay.
How are you, beautiful? I'm glad you're pulling up and popping in. Thank you for your support. The Hawk TV. Love this channel. I appreciate you. I'm humbled by that. Thank you so much. Vaughn Eric, shout out to you, brother. Walaikum salam, man. It's awesome. Sunday, man. Y'all got to check out Bobby's Night Podcast because that man is standing up for the children by all means. Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Okay.
LIA in the chat. Please, Nightbot will drop your links and we will all go over and check each other out. You know, and if we like, we'll subscribe. Absolutely. Please support one another. Especially when it comes to protecting these children, because somebody got to do it. God damn it, shit. Where they safe at? Nobody can really answer that for me. If they ain't safe in the womb, god damn, it's a problem. It's a problem, and that's why we here. Stop lying. There's too much lying going on. It don't make no sense. When I say I'm almost 50 years old, those lies 40 years ago come back. They creep up on your ass. Okay? It's a lot of lying going on. And when I sit around here for 3 years and watch these people on these panels, ladies, accountability, you're lacking. We lacking. Cancel Mother's Day. Cancel it. Good mothers won't care. Because we need to bring back shame. There needs to be shame in the community. We're failing the children. I don't care what state you are in this country, the education system is failing them. And we're allowing it. Parents are absent. They're not present. They're not conscious. Y'all sit around here and talk about each other, relationships. If you get to 30, 35, 40, you ain't got no relationship. It's you. It's you. Take a look at you. It's not everybody else. It's not every man you met. It's not every woman you met was bad. You had something to do with that. Sit in that shit. The only way is to get better. As adults, you mature, you grow up and get better. You don't stay 13 and act like you're in junior high school when you're raising children, because they grow up and they're going to be adults. So all this lying creeps back on your ass, and it's hard to keep up with a lie. It's very hard. Some of y'all are really good at it, to the point where you might need to go to an insane asylum. They need to open it back up, because some of you walk around here real crazy and expect all of us to live in your reality. Bullshit. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So we're going to talk about this line today. Shame. It's a painful feeling of humiliation or distress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. A lot of you motherfuckers ain't conscious. The 5% are awake. Rest of y'all motherfuckers are not. Liar, liar, pants on fire. If you can lie, you can steal. If you can steal, you can kill. This is what we grew up with.
Okay.
What we grew up with. That was the moral compass. It was that clear. They weren't that educated. A large majority of our communities were actually illiterate. They got by. But directly teaching us education-wise, you know, it's lacking. And to be here 40 years later in a large urban community and see the disparity, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. So where are the children truly protected? Because I'm in a city where the large majority are, the politicians are black. They look like us. They look like us. Where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the stuff for the kids? Where's the consideration for the children? But again, I sit here and I talk about all the privileges and the provisions that are set in play for females in this here society. You have to talk about it. Y'all need to be aware. The privilege, you know, it's invisible to the privileged. They don't even realize it. It's been a lot of implementing for us here, provisions, resources, things to assist us without the need of a man. You guys are fully aware of this, but for us women to be here 40 years later, taking full advantage of it all and destroying our society because we don't give a fuck about the kids. We get these checks. Y'all go put on these eyelashes and these nails and these goddamn hair hats. And the kids are growing up watching it. You care more about that shit than you care about them. You care more about that than looking at their books. You care more about that than checking the fucking Schoology. Online, virtual, everything. Everything's there in front of your face the past 5-6 years. So there's no excuse for the lack of accountability of parents being present when it comes to these kids. You're fucking lying, talking about you care about these kids. No, you don't. No, you don't, because you would really and truly understand how important their fathers are to be around them to see the good, the bad, the ugly. It is what it is. They're going to see it. They need to learn some way, somehow. And when you deprive them of the 23 other chromosomes to their DNA, it's going to affect them, whether you like it or not. Why you always lying? Why you always lying? So this is a link that I provided. It's a lot of tragic father stories of false paternity, hurt, shock, traumatic for the children too, you know, at the hands of the woman's vagina. Mom, set your hands. It's all in your hands, ma'am. Mama's baby, papa's maybe. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff here. I talk about this oxymoron, and oxymoron is a figure of speech that combines contradictory words with opposing meanings. Tough love. It's a lot of different ones. If you're not aware, look it up. Put some in the chat. Y'all know some oxymorons? Two things that can't exist as one. Kind of not making any sense. Then we have hypocrisy. This is a unique one for this society. Hypocrisy is the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's own behavior does not conform. It's not computing. It doesn't match. The links are not adding up. It's not adding up. And I'm finding when I watch some of the conversations and I hear some of the ladies, you know, I think we're easily influenced. Sound like you get your points off of shows you may have watched, you know, the same cliches, not your own clear, concise thought. And it's amazing because our children have to be raised by you. Consider that. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Words are very important and they have meaning. Okay? Goddamn liars. Make no sense. Yeah, that's why I do that. It's foolishness. Foolishness. Y'all know the difference between a bullshitter and a liar?
I'm all for bullshitters and bullshitting. I'm not as big a fan of the liars and lying. A liar's faking it, but not admitting to themselves that, it's fucking creation. I'm faking it. A liar, I'm lying to your face right now, and I don't give you that hair of a wink out of my right eye that lets you know, hey, go with me here.
Yeah.
I think there's value in the bullshitting.
Yeah.
Now, the lying becomes troublesome because, one, I've duped you and I didn't let you know. Come on, I was just telling the story about catching the fish. The fish always gets bigger every year we tell a story. Come on, go with it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But the lying, all of a sudden, I don't know my own. I don't know when I'm emanating something, creating something, telling the truth, being authentic, or lying.
What do you guys think about that? You know, a lot of bullshitters versus direct liars. What's that looking like for y'all? Huh? We all come across them. ABC chimed in. She said, these girls claim to be petty queen, but doesn't even know the definition. I always tell that to my girls, better to be a woman of your word than untrustworthy. Absolutely. You know, and I say that, I don't know if it's because I grew up around a lot of men, you know, just because it was, you know, mean what you say and say what you mean, you know, and if I was saying things, you know, I was being checked. Like you couldn't just go off frivolously talking and thinking nobody is going to say something to you. So, you know, having that correction early, you know, it wasn't hard for me to have the correction later. Sometimes it was conflicting. I was conflicted, you know, where women, we're more reactional in our consciousness. We can get like this. You say something and trigger, and yeah, you're going to be more reactional. So ladies, that's definitely something we all need to work on. You know, stop, think before you react. Okay. Especially with the children. We got to show them that consideration. But it's been amazing. It's been amazing to listen to an abundance of lies, catch people in the lies, you know, have to talk to them about the lying. And when you're a parent, of course, you know, we got 3 grown kids. Gonna have to deal with some lying, right? So you're gonna have to learn how to, you know, course correct that or deflect them from doing it all the time, right? Because the best apology is changed behavior. So you can't just keep saying sorry for lying, you know, and trying to continue a lie, you know, especially to your parents who are really present and can see in your face that you're lying, you know. But besides that, anybody else, you're not a walking human lie detector. Ladies, you need to stop it with this intuition telling you, you know, somebody's lying or, you know, not taking a man for his word when he says it. Y'all say y'all want the truth, but, you know, I don't believe you. Y'all be lying. You just be lying. I don't believe you. You don't want me to tell the truth.
My question is, why do men lie so much?
This is why men lie. Because we are afraid of your reaction to the truth.
That reactive consciousness, something we thrive off. The OxyMoron. Walking hypocrites. You're lying. So that is the truth. You can't handle it. Okay? So consider that when you say, I want a man to be honest. And when I hear that, I'm looking at people who are not honest to themselves. Looking at yourself. I mean, the fake eyelashes, the fake hair, the fake face, all the makeup, the nails, like it's getting ridiculous. The last 3-4 years, you know, after the pandemic, all of the women going to get all their body augmented, like it's amazing. So living in delusion is something that you're really doing, right? Because in reality, you're not considering all of the health risks. For one, not being able to get off that damn table, how your body is going to respond to the anesthesia and leaving your children without their parent because you wanted bigger titties or your ass bigger and to get rid of the belly. Kids are 10, 12 years old. You had 10, 12 years to work on your body. I don't even understand it. We got to educate differently because this lying is going to come back to bite you in your ass or your ass will fall out. Literally. This is where we are in the real world. So preparing our children for that is quite important. So being a liar is not beneficial to them. Hold them accountable. Hold them accountable.
Said we were friends. We pinky swore. You lied. Liar, 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 liar. Said we were friends. We pinky swore. You lied. Liar, 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 liar.
Y'all act like y'all weren't children. That's the amazing part. A lot of these things, these tools, these lessons should have been taught throughout the 12 years that you asses was in school. We sit around and talk like we're in junior high school. You don't know how to get along, cooperate, speak clearly, and articulate your thoughts of the wants and the needs and the desires that you expect. I appreciate the honesty I get from my husband. Absolutely, me too. Because why not tell me about myself? If you see my actions aren't progressive, absolutely. Yes. You know, progress is where it needs to be. You know, we need to get better as humans. That's the important part. And without correction, you know, it's just not going to happen, right? A lot of us create very bad habits for ourselves, even very small ones, but it affects others. It may be affecting you, just constantly eating. There was a time I ate chocolate chip cookies every night, probably about 10 years. Shout out to Pillsbury. Should put a label on it to say you just can't eat one, like Lay's potato chips did at one point. You know what I mean? That was a very bad habit. Could have caused a lot of issues, you know, too much sugar, glucose all elevated and sleeping on that, messing up your gut. So consider these things. I am not sitting here perfect, but this lying stuff is crazy to the point where there's times you got to separate yourself from people. You know they lying straight to your face. And some of us have family members and we just co-sign it and we think it's okay. Yeah, you know, so-and-so is a liar or whatever. Yeah, no, we can't continue that. The children are watching. Tell the damn truth.
Said we were friends. We pinky swore.
Y'all know little lies, the smallest lies, big lies. And you know, this society has the labels on us, right? A little white lie and a big black lie. Fuck y'all, man. This shit is crazy. They're lies. The lies are.
Stop lying, because most people think that they're just lying in their words. You're not just lying in your words. You're lying in your behavior and you're lying with your thoughts. Oh, what do you mean lie with your thoughts? Very simple. This is the job that I want. Oh, no, not possible. That's a lie. Or even worse. You, for example, are lying in your behaviors. Hey, I'll be there in 15. Show up in 20. Don't apologize. That's also another kind of lie. Another kind of lie is a state of existence. Now, your whole being is a lie, right? What you do is a lie. What you say is a lie. Who you are is a lie. But if you're somebody that's really refined and you're really trying to work on your values and who you are as a person to create real strength and real confidence, that you don't lie in any areas of your life, my God, you'll be ripping off band-aids like a motherfucker. You'll be holding yourself to a standard that you actually see yourself worthy of fulfilling, because not only can you create a space in your mind to hear it, you can create a space in your actions to do it. And most importantly, you can start saying it because you know what it is, because you are it itself. But there is just one word between you being further away from the man that you want to become and one step closer, and it is through saying the truth or doing your damn best to.
That part, being a man, doing your best to tell the truth, stand on your square, mean what you say what you mean. We need that from you ladies too. That can't just be a man characteristic. Y'all watch Kendra? It's an abundance of people come up there and they say the kind of person they want, and they want an honest person. But you ain't honest to begin with. Shit is amazing to me. I don't want nobody that's a lie. You's a lie. You is a lie. A walking lie. It ain't even about what comes out your mouth. It's how you present yourself. You's a lie. Stop lying. That God-fearing man is the one. Yeah, that God child. You don't fear God at all. A lot of things you wouldn't be doing in the name of righteousness. I don't Bible thump here. But the fear of God would have you not moving the way you move. So I've always pushed in this house. I have a love for God that I have to transit out into the world, to my husband, to these children, to my home, to the little animals I have in my home. People I happen to come across throughout my days. Just simple interactions. That's moving godlike in kindness and love. I'm too fucking honest. I talk too goddamn much. I've had to be told to not tell so much. Like you tell everything, ma. Wife, you tell everything. Yeah, I'm a Pisces, try to be an open book, but you got to learn to, divulge information on a need to know basis, but I definitely don't practice lying. It's definitely not something I had to pick up, and when you nurture, children, which I love when people say, why would he or she lie? My reply is, don't ask why liars lie. I'm not a liar. Ask them. It's true. I don't know why they lie. They scared to get caught. They scared of the reaction, fear, Child. But when you are cultivating a home and raising children, they're all 5 years apart. So, when you have little people, I can't lie to them. I'm not going to make that a practice, So when I say be conscious of all the questions they ask, the innuendos, building outside, all kind of context, like they really need clarity. And they know they need to understand that lying is bad. Like it's not okay. And you check them every time. And you express to them, give them examples of how a lie can hurt. They really need to understand that because it affects more than just that person. It can really affect the whole family. It can affect the child for a very long time. Can't handle the truth. So just know that. Stop asking men to be truthful unless you're really ready for their honesty. Okay?
My question is, why do men lie so much?
This is why men lie. Because we are afraid of your reaction to the truth.
Simple. Your reaction to the truth, ladies, are quite reactional. Okay, that consciousness is really awake. Okay, so let's work on that. Because it's not helping anybody when you don't sit and think. Use your logic instead of moving emotional in the logic. It takes over, and the thoughts are not as clear as you would think. Okay. The lying over the years, man. Ooh, it's always something going on in social media. I think the most recent is Jeezy and his wife are, in a custody battle, and all of this, and she's saying he's done these things. So, gotta have those documented proof and all of this stuff. So now a man has to fight for his innocence, because when a woman says she's battered and, and all of this, she's believed, not over here from Miss She Said Nikki. Yeah, no, we don't believe everybody over here. No. I'm down with Johnny Depp. Fuck Amber Heard. Like it's amazing. So it's going to come down to the nitty gritty, I'm sure, because he's going to fight to clear his name. Make sure he maintains his relationship with his child. Women can be really evil when things don't work out for them in their way. Now the man that was so great and so wonderful and spectacular is the big bad fucking wolf. I don't believe y'all. I don't believe all of you. And when it comes down to it, it needs to be some consequences behind the fraud, the fraudulent dialogue. Okay? Fines paid, imprisonment. Because 30% of married men who get DNA on their children, they're not their children. 30%. Probably more. And it's a shame because there's no consequences. I think my husband asks that all the time, like with your wife, if she does something wrong, What kind of consequences are there? Like, we don't condone violence or hitting or anything like that, but you know, we've been coddled. The provisions, the privileges that are in play, the quickness to dial 911. We can antagonize, we can push a man to a degree and then call 911 and then ask why he's being so aggressive when he's responding to our disrespect. It's amazing. This is someone you said you love. This is someone that you're supposed to be loving. We got to learn to communicate in a mature way. I think y'all watch too much TV. You watched Waiting to Exhale. You want to burn clothes and pour bleach on stuff. Grown people. And y'all think this is okay because you can't control another human, because that's what it is. You get cheated on, it hurts that badly. Burning clothes, trying to off the man. And that's anyone in any type of situation. The control is in access to you. Take yourself out of that equation. Take yourself out of an abusive equation. Take yourself out of a disrespectful equation. You don't have to be a part of it. Mother, father, brother, cousin, your own fucking child. You don't have to be a part of it. Needs to put a stop, because it's getting ridiculous out here. You know, people can walk around and say anything they want. You can say some man walked up to you and smacked you in the face with a brick because you wouldn't say hello to them or give them your number, and you're believed. And then to find out you was lying. You was lying. So shout out to her. She gonna be getting some charges and all of that. I appreciate that. But it definitely needs to be some more consequences in play for women with all of this. Okay, because there's a lot of consequences for men when they misbehave. Listen to this. Liars.
Pathological lying. It's not considered a mental disorder. Instead, it's observed as a behavioral disturbance that's present inside of other disorders like antisocial personality disorder and some brain disorders like Korsakoff syndrome, which is brain damage from alcohol. Pathological lying used to be called pseudologia fantastica. I like saying that. And it referred to people who told multiple outrageous lies that would border on the fantastic. And those were more than just simple lies. These would include elaborate details that seem questionably believable, and when you challenge the person on the details, they tell even more lies to make the story work. The motive behind the lying wasn't always clear, and sometimes it was just to impress people. Some people start to believe their lies and have trouble even knowing what the truth is. Believe it or not, for some people, it can become like ordinary talk, and they don't even see themselves as spinning a lot of lies. They just see it as talking, like storytelling. And what's wrong with storytelling?
A lot of people believe it. I've met some people who believe their lies. They can probably it'll take a lie detector test, and the shit will probably say they telling the truth. That's really how it is. Women lying to use their children as a pawn against their own fathers is the most fucked up shit. It's horrible. It's horrible. And I had a no shit father. Ain't good, street, Pookie Ray Ray, whatever y'all call it. And my mother didn't do that. So when I sit here and say I'm proud that I got to see that he was that type of man myself versus her being down my neck talking about him, I still got to see it. I still got the blueprint of what not to pick. You have to say it was a black man and everyone will believe you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's sad. Because the liars, when they're found out that they're lying, what are the consequences? What's the punishment? I had to ask my husband that, like when I'm, and not to say we're like children, that we do things wrong, but yeah, in a relationship, there's going to be some type of quarrel. What happens? What's the consequence for doing something wrong that's going to cost maybe dishonor, some money? What is it? Can't spank your wife, you know, can't put her in timeout. But I would say, yeah, with the timeout, because that would hurt me. Take away your attention. You don't want to be around me. You don't want to look at me and shit. Like, yeah, that's I don't want that. We don't condone violence. Over here, we want homes to be functional, for us to be able to cooperate, you know, respectfully. And truth is something that needs to be right up front. Right up front. Amanda Seals is available. Shit, she's a lie. Goodness gracious. I'm blue now. Yes, sir. We appreciate you pulling up and popping in. Staying true. Yeah, better than telling them stories. You know, it was a lot of trouble when we was kids for lying. Lying was, listen, you telling it was to the point where in some homes you couldn't even say lie. Lie was a bad word. You had to say you was fibbing. Told a fib. Babel, telling stories. He told a story on me. You had some elders, they ain't play that. You ain't even have to pop you, but they'll do that hand movement. I don't know what y'all doing, letting these kids just lie. You cleaned your room? Yeah, you ain't going to check. So they can see that they can get away with that shit. You don't go check. You wash behind your ears? Yep. You brushed your teeth? Yep. None of y'all saying, let me look in your mouth. Let me see. Let me smell your breath. It's easy. It's easy to create a liar when you don't hold them accountable, for real. Little kids, you shit in that diaper? Did you pee in it? You checked them there. You lying. Look, it's wet. You don't do that. You say, yes, I did, and we go change it. Like, it's not a big deal. Shoo. Fucking slap on the wrist. It's crazy. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. I'm just seeing women, you know, every time I watch conversations and they're asked questions, you know, and when they start talking, you know, I say to my husband, some of y'all are walking oxymorons, just walking contradiction, walking hypocrisy. It don't make no goddamn sense. I hope y'all rewind tapes and listen to yourself. You have to listen to yourself. It's like standing in the mirror and asking yourself questions. So we all are flawed. We're all flawed. We're all flawed. Everybody has weaknesses. Shout out to Kendra G. What are 3 weaknesses you have? Shout out to the women. I give too much. I'm too trusting. I'm too loving. I'm too much of a boss. It's the kind of shit they say. They get to the second one and they could not think, Kendra, I just don't know. Oh, I can't even think of a third one. I knew you was going to ask that, so I just can't. God damn it, you got like 10. Practice. Because if you don't know what your weaknesses are, you're not working on getting better. It's our job to watch our children so we know what they're good at and what they're weak at. And we work on their fucking weaknesses. The lying shit won't be tolerated. Lying shit will not be fucking tolerated. It's just too goddamn much. My mother was the human lie detector because she my mama. She my mama. She knew when I was lying. When I caught on by like 9 or 10, I said, oh yeah, I'm not lying to her. I'm not trying to get fucked up like I seen my brothers do. Nah. Did you? Yeah. Did you cuss school? Yeah. Were you having sex? Yeah. Wasn't lying. What we gonna do now? Mama, what we gonna do now? Shame. Child. It's amazing. It's amazing. So you know, when I sit to watch and you know, just we get to know some of you folks, you know. Whatever the representation that you're presenting here, we're getting to know that, right? God damn, it's some liars. Don't make no sense. Might want to pull back a little bit, let the computer's off, reboot, change the disk, you know, do some rewiring, some course correction, and then come back with some content to help build nations and not break and destroy people down, because this shit is just fucking ridiculous. Yeah. One day you're protecting the children and the next day you're beating people up. Are you grown or are we children? It's a damn shame. And shame is absolutely needed in this fucking society and it has always fucking existed. Okay? Even back in the ancient times, people got shit thrown on them. Rocks and shit thrown at them. Shame. Shame walking through the town. Everybody getting you. Act like y'all don't know. Make no sense. If your consciousness ain't woke, the shit need to wake up right now. Oh, Sean is in the building. Hey, brother. Hope all is well. Take heed. Cursing, talking shit, and get mad if you cross me. That's my big three. Cursing, talking shit, and getting mad if you cross me. Absolutely. Quick-tempered, yeah. Outside of my family, I'm yeah. We all got some flaws now. Stop playing. I think every woman should have a good 21 days to self-reflect and create a new habit for change. Absolutely, yeah. 21 days. You take 30. Society, you might take 365. You ask 10, 20, 30 to get here. Didn't just happen overnight. Your nastiness, your meanness, your bitterness, your funky ass attitude, your lying ass, your disrespectful ass, all of that shit's been there. Didn't just happen overnight. So it's not going to correct overnight. That shit is going to take time. It's going to take a consistent person constantly telling you, like going to therapy or maybe having a husband. That's always a good one because they do it with love. Like,
Okay.
I'm sorry for the women who pick some bad apples. But we here, and there's always some lessons. You know what I mean? If y'all wondering why I'm not streaming on my page, we trying to bring everything full circle over here on Conscious Parenting 911. Mr. He Said will be running Cerebral Saturday over here as well. And Shame Sunday will be running from here, but we'll be sharing it over on to our other page. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all tell a friend to like and share the stream. And if you know a woman who needs a lot of fucking correction, send my shit to them. Go look down my live feed and something might hit you and be like, oh, I got a friend. She stink. She's having some vaginal issues and some reproductive information that she's not aware of. She might need this lesson. Click that link and send it to her ass. I keep hearing, y'all don't want men to be telling women and holding women accountable. But when women sit on panels or women speak up anywhere on TV, on the news, because I see them do it, you don't like to hear it. Women hold women accountable. My mother is responsible for holding me accountable. If I shit on my husband, my mother gonna fuck me up. It's gonna be a problem. Because that's her man right there. That's her homie. That's her son-in-law. And she wouldn't allow me to disrespect him. Do you understand? That's how that needs to be. But we don't have that. Can't tell these women shit. Can't tell them shit. But y'all need some correction. Because I see the destruction in the children. And they're repeating your shit. They're repeating the cycle. A lot of bad habits. Ooh, child. Fire, and desire. Okay, ABC. As an Aries woman, my flaws are cursing as well. Overreacting. That last one, listen. Work on that, okay? Stop adding the fuel to the fire, okay? Miss Flame. But I'm doing better. Shout out to you. That is every day. It's work in progress for us. We've been coddled. For so long, man. Once this little girl gets our periods and things like that, the world, oh man, just changes for us. We absolutely learn more about the coddling. Absolutely. Check that attitude. And if you got a good husband, check that attitude. Don't cause no ruckus. Okay? Don't start none, won't be none. How about that? Right? I used to love that song. Don't start none, won't be none. But yeah, we got a lot of entertainers, you know, just lying, just some big ass liars. Y'all love them, y'all support them, you know, you admire them, you're inspired by them, but a lot of them are big fucking liars. Just big fucking liars, just getting money all over the place, ain't putting it back into the community, couldn't care less about a rec center or shit. But they tax documents say they donated some money to some charities, but we in Baltimore City. You know how many people blew up who came from here and come back and build a fucking park of shit or nothing? Yeah, I don't believe y'all, especially our black people. We supposed to help each other do better. But it's a lot of liars. Shout out to Jaguar. She just be blowing everybody up, you know. Even if it's lies, I like it.
Alleged it's afraid to come out the closet.
You know they mad at you for calling Meg the Stallion there, right?
He called herself the Stallion. I called it a Trojan horse. She called herself a horse with a dick. Rocky, the franchise, the Italian stallion. A mare is a female horse. A mare. Megan the Mare, that could work. Why do we need to be stallion? Why was she listed as born a man 6 years ago on the internet? I don't know. I didn't put it there.
Jesus.
Why was Tory Lanez so quickly turned off? As a matter of fact, any nigga she in this industry so quickly turned off by her. I don't know. Maybe they bump into some shit. I don't know. What was the ex-boyfriend? He did the whole diss record about her.
Partisan.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, the real you," and I'm like, "Which you is that?"
Well, he said she got some lipo and the nose job.
Yeah, he said she got surgery. Something turned Tory off. Had to kept running back to Kelsey.
I'm so done. I'm getting a drink of water.
Whatever the case may be, he was cool enough to diss the both of you whack bitches for a Jenner. And everybody know they poison.
Facts.
Fair use, fair use. I didn't make it up. That bitch a man. Y'all gonna have to start showing proof. You're gonna have to start showing proof you was born a woman's. Gentlemen, y'all better start asking. And if they get offended, that's a problem. Women get offended, you ask for a DNA, that's a problem. Liar. Liar. God damn it. If your grandmama was a liar, your mama was a liar, your ass probably a liar too.
Lying.
Some behavior is generational. Shit is in your DNA. Better check it out. Everybody around you lying, you probably gonna be a liar too. You probably gonna learn how to lie real good. Real good. Lying. Shit crazy. I'm so tired of lies. I'll leave their ass smoking. Got to go. Family, friend, I don't care who you is. Shit. You always lying. And you be mad at me because I want to tell the truth. I ain't even know you was lying. You need to put me on to the lie so I don't get caught up in fucking up your lie. That's the part that used to kill me. And we talking about 40 years ago. 17, 27. Good Lord, just liars all around. Oh my goodness. If I could be specific and tell on some motherfuckers right now. Do you hear me? Family, I love y'all. But the shit just used to get ridiculous. Okay? And shit that hurts years later to people. Your fucking lying asses want to call me out. Want to check me because you lie. The fuck? Wait a minute. Why you telling them the truth? Why you ain't let me know you was okay. You don't have one of the most truthful people around, people that you want to lie to. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I don't co-sign that bullshit. We're not doing that over here, especially to the kids. The foolishness in family. You know that child ain't that child's daddy. How many of y'all went through that? You know that child don't belong. Let me see them baby pictures. Yeah. Y'all better, this is how you vet. You don't play, you go up all in there. Photographs. I want my grandma, my old videos. And we old, you have to see pictures. But some of you 30-year-olds, y'all lives is right on this social media. Your blueprint is trailing. Goodness gracious. It's amazing. The men are having a hard time distinguishing real women from wannabe women. Because all you motherfuckers look alike. All you women are looking like the motherfucking Muppets. A large majority, okay, because it's a small minority that are still natural and continue to walk around in this world in their natural skin. But the shit that's going on is amazing, okay? And y'all think nobody's supposed to say anything. Or man just supposed to accept you how you are, looking like a clown with fucking spiders on your eyes. No frontal hairlines because of all of the things that you do to your fucking hair when it needs the sun and water. The hell is wrong with y'all? We have no training from our mothers or grandmothers. Because this is how I reflect on your behavior. I have to question or consider where the fuck you was raised. Who brought you up? Who didn't teach you? Who taught you this bullshit? Because all learning is directly or indirectly. Somehow that shit got in there. What's in your DNA? You would know that if you knew the DNA. If that was your daddy or not. Like, you know, mama's baby, papa's fucking baby. My mother, God damn it. When I was a little girl, I probably was like 11 years old. Like, you sure that's my daddy? You sure? Because I'll be all right if it's some corner, you know, one of the Arabs in the corner store. I was absolutely serious. She laughed. She thought that shit was funny. No, I was absolutely serious. This nigga ain't shit. You sure it ain't another daddy? Nope. That's all three of y'all daddy. Like, God damn. But I got lessons out of that. I watched a man and said, ooh, I got a blueprint of what not to get. Okay? That man was not of his word. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Yeah, no. I'm going to come visit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, no. None of that. None of that was done. But we would arm candy, you know, show them off. Look at my kids. Proud. Look at my kids. Look at my kids. Shit is amazing. Liars. Everybody knows some. You know some. But what you going to do about it? You going to check? You going to say something? Huh? We going to correct this course correction? The granny and the mama need to be held accountable for lying. Protect BAN. I straight got my ass beat for exposing a liar and predator in the family. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. I did a show on mandated reporters. You know, there is no frame of time where you can't file charges on people who are considered to be mandated reporters. So having proof that you spoke up, told somebody something, and they did nothing, the charges can be brought against them. You can check that episode out. But it's so many people like you that have done that. And this is why I'm here, because I speak for people who can't speak up for themselves, people who cannot advocate for themselves. And, you know, there's an abundance of children who are grown people now. I'm 47 years old, and I have an abundance of friends, you know, who were affected by predators within the family. It was, you know, shoved under the rug. Nobody said anything, no therapy, no, no anything. Some may not have even known. And it's close friends who, I was with a lot of the time. So to hear that something was happening while we were, all together, it's heartbreaking, sending you love and light. And I'm sorry that you had to endure something like that. This is why I'm here. Fucking shame. Shame on the family. Shame on the fucking predators, man. I talk about the grooming, and that shit starts at home, starts in the family, a fucking cousin, a brother, uncle, your daddy, your mother. Because women do anything for drugs. Once they start getting on them drugs, anything, including giving up their children. It is what it is. And this is why I talk the way I talk, and I try to speak about holding women accountable for the bullshit that is going down, especially when it comes to our children. So the lying, it brought me to this because the men are constantly lied on, and I have their back a lot of the time because the bullshit needs to stop. We are creating a horrible dynamic for our society. We don't trust, we don't promote, we don't motivate and inspire our Black men. There's no love there. They're not protected. It's amazing. So every time I hear Black women speak and they're all talking about every man is fucked up and they all this and they all beat up women. Yeah, I don't know where I'm in the worst of cities, and these men are pretty kind. There's always bad apples in a bunch, but I will never put them all in the same box, just like I don't do women. And if it don't apply to you, let it fly. But with whoever I talk about, whatever I speak about behaviors. And if it applies to you, then I'm fucking talking to you. And I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you don't like it. None of that shit. If you don't change, that's on you. It's not serving me anything greater or less than. But it needs to be said. Somebody said it. Shout out to Dolores Tucker. The Black woman is God. Believe all women. I would love that. There was a time that I believe that. I would say, why would someone say that? Why would someone lie and say somebody did something to them? Why would somebody do this? But to experience it over and over and over, like to recently have a good friend of ours, child said that they did something, the awesome parent, and it's not true. It affects people. It affects them. And I will never create a dynamic where men are not human and men don't have emotions and they're not allowed to be emotional. They're not allowed to have standards and boundaries and say they don't like you, bitch. It is what it is. Stay out their face. They don't want you. ABC, I'm straight now. The first one in my family to get married and have had the longest standing relationship, let alone a marriage, 5 children and the same man, and homeschooling. But we making it happen. Hey. Thing too, but I'll laugh. Okay. Well in the 4th grade. Best decision that we ever made. That's amazing. I'm very proud of you. Good job. Man. It's been an amazing ride. It really is. And I have to say I'm proud of me. Because when you have some boundaries, you stick to them shits, man. I don't care who they are. Some people don't deserve to be in your life. Some people don't deserve to be in your presence. Some people don't deserve to receive your wisdom. And I understand that, and I don't hate them for not being around or any of that. It is what it is. It's just the understanding of my consciousness. I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about you. But I care about the motherfucking kids, and y'all better watch what y'all doing. Because I already started a petition. We need to start asking for some type of consequences, some punishment, some fines for women who are found to have fraudulently caused a man some type of distress due to paternity. it's been amazing. You know, Maury has been around 35, maybe about 35 years. Yeah, now we got paternity court, and now we have front row view to all types of paternity courts and things like that. And it is amazing what you can get to see. Why does paternity fraud have no legal consequences, unlike other frauds? Because the only one who could be fraudulent is the woman, right? It's liars. It's a simple reason. Courts do not consider women to be as responsible as men. The fuck? Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me because they telling the motherfucking truth. Look at that. Courts do not consider women to be as responsible as men. Boom. And this ain't talking down on women. Just need to be accountable. You need to be accountable. You need to be conscious of your shit. We're not as responsible as them. Huh? Because you can fuck 3 men in a week and you don't know who the baby is. It's crazy. I don't even understand that. What do y'all think about that? There's no consequences. Women are heavily favored in the courts. We get lesser sentences. We're favored in divorce court, support cases, all of it. Yeah. Yeah. It could be a whole woman. That could be the lead of the goddamn drug ring, but all the men will get wrapped up and her ass will get let go. She get let go. All of you women who had them men sitting up in jail, a lot of them sitting up in the jail because of your ass. Huh? A lot of our men are locked up because of women. Y'all want to talk about that? Fuck statistics, all that bullshit, please. We know the real deal. Men go out there and do what they got to do because they need to take care of this, that, and everything else. The pressure of being a man. They got to go out there and get it. Some of you women tell them, go out there and get that shit. I don't care how you get it, but go fucking get it. Heard that before, right? Y'all see it in movies? That's real. It's kind of shit I grew up in, kind of hood I grew up in. We showed y'all videos throughout the years. Ricky, grandma telling Ricky to go. If she told Ricky to put a gun to so-and-so head and buck him right now, he better do it. That was a grandmother. That was somebody's grandmother. Yeah. That statement is true. These are the privileges. These are the provisions that women need to be clear about to have some understanding, a little bit of respect, a little bit of empathy and consideration for the men to walk around on this motherfucking planet. Shit is crazy. Women are heavily favored in the courts. They get lesser sentences and they favored in divorce court, support cases. Even in the family. Even in the family. Some families, they'll favor the women over the men. Real quick. No, he ain't shit. You are so awesome. We love you over here. The end result equals women aren't charged for committing certain types of crimes. For example, it is a crime to knowingly lie about who the father is on a birth certificate. It is a crime. Did you hear that? It's a crime to knowingly lie about who the father is on a birth certificate. Millions of women do that. Do they get charges? Are they reprimanded in some kind of way? A fine even? You know, a mark on their fucking driver's license? Like some community service? What's really good? So this is why the behavior is continuing. The irrational, out of control fucking woman continuing. Women. Learn to control yourself. Learn some control. This shit right here is out of control to me. It's a damn shame. I grew up with a lot of men, a lot of brothers. And every time a bitch was pregnant, I had no problem. You sure that's your baby? I would ask them, you sure that's his baby? That's his baby? You got time to be playing? That baby come out, I'm gonna see. That baby gonna start to grow up. We gonna see. We gonna see. Toes don't look the same. Shit just off. Now what? What if there's a health issue? Something happens, we got to get some blood work done because somebody needs a kidney, somebody needs a bone marrow, and we find out. But then you have some really good men who just like, I don't even care. It's too late. I'm invested. I love this child. I don't even want to know. I know she was a fucking whore. I don't even care. Ain't that some shit? We don't talk about them men. Y'all want to talk about those men because they do exist. They do exist. Y'all bitches just can't get one. I'm saying. It is what it is, man. Don't be mad. That's what it is. You despise what you can't get. A good man. Want to blame the men all the time. You had 4, 5, 7, 8, 9 of them motherfuckers. None of them were good. Please. But there has never been a woman charged for doing so. Let me repeat that. It is a crime to knowingly lie about who the father is on a birth certificate. Y'all know that? Do you know that? But there's never been a woman charged for doing so. But there's a lot of bitches, y'all lie on the birth certificates. We watch so many court shows where it's just straight lie, like all of them. It's proof. It's been found out. Like, why are they not charged? Let's change that. Change.org. I started a petition. I started a motherfucking petition. Go over there, look in the chat, check my page. These bitches need to start getting charged. They need to get fined because it's unacceptable. We walk around here with a lack of accountability. It's not okay. It's downright shameful and disgrateful. These kids grow up and it shows me the lack of reality and fantasy that our women live in because these babies grow the fuck up. And I'm finding that if they keep them stupid and dumb and lack comprehension, they'll never blame mommy. Never blame her. Not the mama, not the mama, not the fucking mama. Cancel fucking Mother's Day. Cancel fucking Mother's Day. I'm a mother every day. My kids appreciate me every day. And when they start lacking and acting like they don't, we have a fucking sit down, even if I got to have an uproar in this house. Cancel Mother's Day. Lying bitches. Don't make no sense. It's criminal. But y'all just keep walking away. So I told y'all parents was going to be going to jail, and they're starting to go to jail. People who are directly involved with letting little children commit crimes or acting neglectful, the plausible deniability of children being capable of committing crimes. Yeah, the Crumley family, mother and father, both 15 years for their son committing a crime. We have another mother going to jail for her child committing a crime, 6-year-old shooting a teacher. The principal in that whole situation is also going to jail for almost 40 damn years because of her neglect and negligence. Shit is amazing. These are people who are here to protect our children, educate them, mold them, but we're institutionalizing them. We're teaching them to be bullies, liars, predators, fucking drug addicts, all in school, 12 years. Yeah. But interestingly, feminists are perfectly happy with being considered less than men when it is advantageous to themselves. Fucking, it's amazing. It is amazing. And it's heartbreaking. The statistics are heartbreaking. 1 in 3 men are not the biological father of the child they are raising. 1 in 3. Wake up, fellas, man. Protect your seed. Okay, protect your fucking legacy. Know that the children that you are raising are yours. That was a big thing when we first started podcasting, right? It was the women were insulted. We were talking about, getting the DNA. They were insulted. You were insulted because you was a whore. That's what it is. Because if I know for sure you were the only motherfucker that I was giving it to, them your babies. Get DNA here. Swab me. Do what you gotta do. Any woman that wants to put up a fight, yeah, I don't believe you. You guilty. You a whore. You was doing something you wasn't supposed to. And it's always some type of y'all say the same shit over and over. Well, you cheated on me and you was doing something. Well, bitch, I can't impregnate myself. Don't throw that out there. Y'all be saying some foolish shit. You was creeping, you was on a break. Don't do that. Put a break in between, a whole month. Okay? Spread that out a little bit. Spread it out. And y'all so proud of this shit. Y'all proud of it. Our little girls are watching. Y'all little girls are watching. It's so much easier to sway them, okay? And groom them into all types of shit. Got the furries out there, bestiality. Megan's a horse. Shit is crazy. Some of them I be looking at, I be like, babe, that's a man. Every time we watching something, I'll be like, this is a man. Oh, man. So y'all heard about Pastor T.D. Jakes? I knew he was a goddamn homo. These are leaders. These are leaders. And it's people who still promote the nigga shit. They will still follow him to the depths. What has he done for the... Y'all, like, listen.
This is what happens when you love money more than God.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.D. Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all.
The worst that could happen if everything was true, all I got to do is repent sincerely from my heart.
I don't think so. Right after Prince Harry, we see the name of Bishop T.D. Jakes, who's one of the celebrities in this lawsuit being filed against Diddy, and the allegations are outrageous.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit.
As a Christian, your name does not belong in that group. As a Christian, not even your picture should be taken with that person in any kind of friendly setting whatsoever.
Happy birthday to you, beloved man.
The Bible says in 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
People who don't like money don't like resources, because everything that's ever going to come to you is going to come through a person.
I feel for you. If you follow that man, if that man was some significance to your faith, I feel for you. I feel a little sympathy for you. A lot of goddamn liars, and they sit right up in the damn church. Sit right up in the church. I had to go through a field of them. My grandmama passed in 2019. And that was her, her last dying wishes, is that we all find a church home wherever we live. Now, mind you, my grandmother got 10 kids and it's 33 first cousins. So it's like 77 second cut. Like, it's a lot of us. Yeah, me and my kids went back. My husband Muslim, so he wouldn't try and go no Christian church stuff. We went a searching and looking, child. Every church home I went to, I couldn't believe them pastors. Them pastors was predators, liars. Didn't make no sense. They tell you a whole bunch of truth, but their actions, they were not godlike, not at all. Goddamn shame. It was amazing. They tried to suck me in too. They tried to suck me in. I told my husband, husband used to be like, they ain't gonna do nothing. They don't do nothing for the family. They don't do none of that shit. And I swear that Sunday, it was a sign. They had pulled the offering and everything. Yeah, it was creepy. The man was creepy. Found like 9 different churches, and they were all just so, oh man, my soul ached, so I explained to the family, God is within us, man. We can have our own church at home. Every Sunday we can do our reflecting, you know, and giving our praise and all of that. We don't need to be in no church. I couldn't follow no leader, no man there. You know, I'd rather follow the leadership and get my prophecy from my husband. It became that clear then. Like, I don't need that, you know. And I appreciate me doing that work, you know, doing what she wanted as my elder, but then making my own decision, you know, as an individual. And I chose my husband, you know, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. So shout out to me. Shout out to hubby for being a good prophet, priest. Love it. I love it. But everybody doesn't have that. So, you know, wean through those liars, man, because they'll suck you in. They know how. Groomers, predators, they know exactly what to say, how to say it. They the most kindest, gentlest people. And, you know, they have this energy that you want to be around them. Shit is creepy. I got a lot of stories. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on it for today. I don't want to go in on anybody. Man, the liars, y'all. I'm really hard on this fraternity stuff because I see the effects of it now, of friends, family members, you know, who were lied to, deceived, you know, just the effects of it. It affects people. It really do. Yes, if you are looking for a good church home, shout out to Sir Hale Speaks. He now has One Generation Church Media. Go over and subscribe. Go over and subscribe to our brother. He preaches an awesome word, for real, every Sunday. Anytime he pops on, he has Bible study every Thursday, and Sunday he comes on. And it's awesome. It's awesome. We really appreciate Sir Hale, Lady Hale, and their whole family over there. We wish them abundance of success and love in the name of God. You know, Sir Hale has said a lot there in the chat. We'll drop your link so everybody can go over and subscribe to you. We only got 400. We can get you a couple. We can get you a couple, bro. So anybody knows Sir Hale, y'all go on over and subscribe to him. Yeah, he ain't dropping no links. He's definitely prophetic in sending us some abundance of words, and we appreciate you. Definitely hits home often, let me tell you. Come, I can't see the comments. Since you can't see the comments, you might want to just refresh your page, go out, and come back in. Yep. All right, let me see. Back to the liars. Back to the liars. Back to the liars. Did I put the link in the chat? I think the link is in the chat. Y'all check at the top, change.org. I started a petition. Read it. Please, please read anything you sign. Okay. I don't want you to be signing your life over to anything. Read it, sign it, share it with anyone you think who will support the message. Because it definitely needs to be nationwide. I was going to do global, but I just didn't nationwide. Because I'm in here struggling. You know, those types of lies hurt. Our men are human, and it affects them, you know, especially if they really love up on these children. They have to decide whether they want to separate themselves from the lie or continue in the lie. So it's a unique situation. Be considerate of who you lay down with and how many niggas you lay down with, because we need to know who the damn daddy is, okay? This is unexcusable. It's unexcusable. It should be in prison. Y'all should be really getting in trouble because it don't make no sense. You got all these provisions to protect ourselves and you're not doing it, and then blame the men. Now, the poll was, if police had to arrest you or your spouse, who would go? Who would go? In most situations, I don't care what it is, drug, car, anything, a fight. Who gonna go? It's usually the man. I say the man's gonna go. In any situation, the man is going to jail. He's gonna take the rap for it all. For the gun, for drugs. He's gonna take the rap. So, and women know this. We know this. Quick to dial 911. It's a damn shame. But listen to this.
Line. Knew that was going to happen, though.
I can't imagine how devastating that was. I mean, I know he's already prepared.
Yeah, you can, though. But, like, if you
Right.
have it in your heart that this is going to be your kid, even though your brain is telling you it's really fucking not. It's
Right.
difficult. 1 in 4 men are not the father. No, 1 in 3. It's 1 in 3 men are not the father. It's like 40%. 1 in 3.
That's too many.
Yeah, are not the father. 40% is what they said that the last study said that 40% of men are raising children who are not theirs and they don't even know it.
That breaks my heart.
Yeah.
You know, women go through shit and women want to say they have it harder, but a woman will never have to second guess on whether or not her child belongs to her.
Right. I think that when women do that shit and men end up having to pay child support before the child support is initiated, a DNA test should be court ordered.
Oh, I agree. Definitely.
And I also think for everybody who's had to pay child support that finds out later that the kid is not theirs, that child support should be owed and it should be forced to be paid.
Yeah.
And if the woman can't pay, she should have to go to fucking jail. Just like men who don't fucking pay their child support should have to go to jail. The DNA test should matter more than the name on a birth certificate.
Right.
Because anybody's name could be on a birth certificate. Any man that's in a relationship with a woman that's like, yeah, I'm going to raise this fucking kid even though I know it's not mine and sign the name on that birth certificate, guess what, bud? You're paying child support.
Absolutely. I mean, in the marriage, any child born in a marriage is automatically, lawfully the husband's, whether the DNA says it or not. But yeah, that's unique. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. What do y'all think about that? Should they have to go to jail? Should they have to pay back all of the child support payments? And if they cannot pay it back, should they have to spend some time in jail? What do you think? What do you guys think? It needs to be some type of punishment, some type of consequence, because women are doing this normally. Like it's a game. They have no care of who they allow to impregnate their womb, as long as they can get a check. As long as they can get a check. And it's the majority. It's a small percentage of us that's not behaving like that. But it's a large majority. 1 in 3? Yeah. I'm very sorry, gentlemen, that you have to go through that. Mama's baby, papa's maybe, not the fucking mama. You never want to be held accountable. But this shit, y'all got to sit in. Y'all gonna have to sit in. So we need to push this. We need to push this petition. And I know many, I'm gonna put it on my father support groups on Facebook, which are thousands. And once they see it, I'm sure they're gonna go over and sign it. It is crazy. Cheating and getting pregnant while married. Oh, it's sis, please. You wouldn't believe how many grown women I know who daddy ain't they daddy. And they found out because, we have ancestry now. That's a lot. Growing up with people who, kind of had the idea, where, as kids, we're going to talk about it like, yeah, I don't think my father, I think so-and-so and my uncle and, knowing other people, you see the daddy, did you marry to this one? But then the godfather comes through and it's like, oh, well, shit. Okay. I knew he didn't look like you, but he looked like him. And we just allow the fucking lie to go on in the family. We just allow it. We cover her back. Nobody says nothing. The child walking around thinking this is daddy, looking at this man, knowing that's his daddy and probably not knowing. Like, it's amazing. The confusion, the conflict that we create with opening up our fucking legs to any and everybody. It's unfair. You're creating lives. Sex was used intentionally to create families. Now it's a fuck fest. And look what's happening. Children are being raised with no father. Did you watch my show last week? I read a whole Columbia article about the family, the dynamics in the 1980s. 55.4% of children being raised by single parents in this society. Oh, it's much more now. But we do have a lot of single dads that are raising their children. Shout out to y'all. But nobody talks about that. All these women want all this praise and they're not doing a good job. You're mean as hell to the goddamn kids. You talk down to them. Use any reason to be bitter and upset, especially when you got your fucking period. Shit is amazing. The children learn to coddle us. Create that dynamic. We have not been taught to push through this strength. Y'all tough and strong and shit. Man, oh man, oh man. We are walking OxyMorons. It don't make no sense. I'm not doing it. I'm pointing it out. And I'm shamed for pointing out your motherfucking foolish behavior. I'm pointing this shit out. Somebody should have told you. Because where I grew up, parents said, don't do that. Stop doing that. You can't treat people like that. This is going to cause you that reaction. They're not doing that. These kids are being raised with these devices. It's not looking good. They're raising themselves with these devices. It's driving them crazy. Look at your kids.
In the courtroom, several teenagers laughed and danced in the courtroom.
Free time, freedom,
This is what happened in Broward County Court. Teens were out of control. It was supposed to be a serious case, but it turned into a comedy show. However, more teens were taken away, losing their custody. These teens were accused of stealing cars, evading the police. The trial was for 15-year-old Maurice Thomas. He was the driver of the suspect vehicle, and 15-year-old Thomas Bolt. He grinned at the camera nonstop. This is the video of the teens ditching the stolen car, then crossing a field. They had already been chased by the police and stole another car. The suspects were finally arrested, but their ridiculous behavior continued in court. The suspects' friends acted up in court and refused to leave. In the end, several teens were arrested. In the court.
Parents create these kids. It's just a lack of accountability. A whole bunch of plausible deniability. Somebody else's fault. It's the school's fault. It's the lack of training. I remember when our Nishanti, who is now almost 24, she had to have been like maybe 8. And the other one was probably 3 because they're 5 years apart. So we're in the store. We get to the register and the little boy is wilding. He was having a fit. He got mommy and daddy right there. And, you know, dad was very passive, you know, because mommy is pretty controlling or whatever the kid. You can just see the whole dynamic. He turned around and looked at me, say, hey. And, you know, of course, I scared the little boy. So he stopped and went to hold on to daddy for dear life. And I said, you know, these kids are like dogs. You got to train them up. That woman was so mad that I said that. I might have caused an argument because he agreed. He ain't like that shit. You got to train them. Sit. Don't do that. You can't touch that. But you can do this. Come on, let's try and play with that. Feel this. How does that feel? Say this, say that. Those are our children. This is our youth. And parents need to start being fined and held accountable for the children's misbehavior out in the community. They're destroying shit. It's amazing. Shout out to y'all. Staying engaged. The strongest, weakest broads in the world. It's time to bring back shame. Listen. The stuff we be hearing, man. I've been hearing women claim this single married life. They're married, but single, right? Or single mothers, right? Married single mothers. There you go. Married single mothers, because they do everything for the kids. Where they get trained up at? You got to take care of them babies. Take care of them babies. I've heard about this. I mean, for real. Amazing. Shit. Y'all picking them. All right. did it all by myself. How many women say that? They get child support. They on all kind of social services. They get help from everybody in the family. It's just this claim. These claims are amazing. There's somebody there. You getting help. Just walking around delusional. Oxymoronic. Shows in your behavior. It's not even just what you say. Goodness gracious. When I hear that 1 in 3, and I hear women always say it's the first thing they say they want, with a man, I want a man, I don't want him to cheat. I don't want a man that cheats. I don't want a man that cheats. I don't want a man that cheats. It's the first thing comes out y'all mouths. I think it's because y'all cheaters. Cheaters. Yeah. Y'all ever watch that show? That used to be amazing too. Catching them bitches. Amazing. So stop pushing this dynamic that men are the biggest cheaters and the biggest liars. They lie a lot. Absolutely. Society has made it that way that they need to lie sometimes to get what they want. It's your job to show discernment. But women, y'all tell the worst fucking lies. You tell the worst lies. Like you are the daddy. You are the daddy. Like I love you for real and forever. And then I'm bored. I'm so bored. Now I want a divorce. No, you don't beat me. You don't abuse me. None of that. I'm bored and, whatever. Y'all file for that, ladies. Y'all do that shit. How that work? Liars. I am not a married single mother. I take care of my husband so that we can take care of our fucking children. Amen, sister. Amen. You might have to come up on a show with me because they need some training on what it is to be a wife, and a mother, and cultivate a home and nourish your man, love up on your man, support your man, inspire him, motivate him, sex him up. Shit is crazy. Y'all better come over here and learn something. You want to keep your man. You can probably get him, but can you keep him? Can you keep him? That's a whole different lesson. That's a whole different lesson. Okay? No man equals independent hyena. Logic 101. Cheetahs was on my show. I used to love that show. We used to be cracking up. Blazes in the building. Welcome. Not gonna lie, I had watched a few episodes of Cheetahs the other day. Crazy funny. Absolutely. Yep. Even them old ones. Yeah, this shit is hilarious. Goodness gracious. I'll slide through one day. Please do. Facts. Need my ladies' wives. They need to respectfully understand the duty and responsibility of it all. They've been misled, miseducated. And when you tell them that, they think something's wrong with you. No, you obviously don't want to keep your man and your family together. Gonna have to learn some shit. Okay? It's amazing. And that means you can't control everything. Can you keep him is the question. Absolutely. Yeah. That is the biggest question. Yeah. I try to learn something new every day. Yeah. That's a good thing. And that's how all humans should move. But women are, they separate themselves from growth, because over the last 10 years, it's probably been 20, man, with this, take me as I am. And, I'm 100 and, diva this and all this old boss chick bullshit, all of it. It's amazing. It's amazing. We can create businesses and things like that. Are we creating businesses that's going to employ an abundance of other people in our community? Or is it just us? Yeah. Goddamn mothers lying. So, again, I always talk about these kids growing up, the lies will come back and eat your ass away. But you have some women that even when the lies expose, they will live that shit down. They will not hold themselves accountable right in front of their face. I've seen it many times. If y'all ever watched the Yanlo or any of these shows, man, there's some people that you cannot get through to. And it's amazing. They'll die with that shit. But check out this young man. Some things is a little heartbreaking. So, you know, trigger warning.
Right.
If you talk to your mothers about the trauma you've been through, she wouldn't mind it being talked about in public because I had got past that.
We can't talk. Me and my mother can't talk about it. I'm dead ass. I tried already.
So
when my stepfather passed away, she was still in her mind convinced to try to tell me that this man is my father. I'm like, Ma, we way past that. You know, I already know the story. I know the scoop. Grandma told me, Auntie told me, Uncle told me. I already done barked his ass. He wasn't my fucking father. Come on, bro. You gonna now, 30 years later, try to convince me that well, he was your father? No. He was the man there that helped to raise me in my early stages. That's what I'm gonna call him. He was not my father. Because if he was my father, no father should pull a gun on their fucking son. I have 2 sons. My 2 sons could never say that I ever even put a hand on them. I have 2 daughters. I love them to death. My daughters could never say I put hands on them. Bro, and what I made sure I did is that I was a better parent to my kids than my parents were to me. I broke the generational curse. My kids are excellent. They doing well.
Shout out to you, brother. It's hard to break them generational curses, man. Some family members want to keep you stuck in that shit, living that delusion and that reality that they created. And when you want to get out and break away, they want to suck your ass in. Mama, no thank you, bitch. Stop lying. Like, do you have to get that brass to an elder to accept accountability? It's amazing. Many young people that are adults now have to deal with this shit. But we don't want to talk about that. The lying ass women. The lying ass of women. These lies transcends generations. And you still want to continue this shit. That's the worst part. But it takes people like that, like hubby and I, to break these generational curses. Nah, we're not going to continue that shit. We're not doing that. Mm-mm. And that's hard to do. When you have women who lie and are bitter and hateful because they're walking oxymorons. Someone who says they love their children to death, they will do anything for their children. Why their father not around? You fucked him. He was a good dude when you was fucking him. We make good people bad people in our realities. And it can cause a lot of harm because children go without their fathers or their mothers. In a small minority, it happens on the mother's side, but the majority is fathers. Yeah. They're pushed to the side. Could you imagine how many fathers who have children in foster care? You don't want me to pull them motherfucking stats. The reality, I know plenty of caseworkers. That part is amazing. And if mama didn't know who the daddy was, like, you know, it's just, it's destroying societies. Complaining about the foster care system, the children are aging out. And there's abundance of children aging out of the system. And they pushed out on the street, y'all. They don't have resources. They don't have like group homes like they have when the men come home from jail. They don't have any of that. Some of these kids literally have to go to a homeless shelter because they've been taken out of the system by parents who threw them away, by mothers who threw them away. The provisions have been set in play. We've been taking advantage of the motherfucking privileges. Just last year, a young 19-year-old had a baby in the hospital and threw the shit in the trash. Mama's there. Everybody's there. She's sitting in the bed, lying. We're like, oh, she's young. She's young. No, 13 is young. 15 is young. Even 17 is young. By 19, you ain't got no motherfucking sense, but you opening up your legs to get pregnant and 9 months go by. This is not okay. Somebody needs to say something. It's not okay. Because when I was 15 years old, there were news reportings, babies being found in the trash. There was babies being found in the dumpster. I mean, like an abundance of them. Because there were young girls who couldn't just go in 15, 16 to go have an abortion. There were some places that did it. Me and my friends cut school, had a couple of friends who had to go have some abortions, at least 6. That's crazy. Within a 3-year period. Did their moms even know? There were no parents with us. How are these doctors doing this shit? This shit is amazing. Shame. To think back at these acts that we that was happening, that I was witness to. So yeah, breaking those cycles was absolutely in my frontal as consciousness. And we got 3 daughters? Shit. Oh, we're going to talk about sex, penis, dick, testicles, ovaries, fertility, ovulation, periods, stink pussy, clean pussy, all of it. We're talking about all of it. Because it's our job. It's our job to prepare them. It's not our job to give them access to abortions and Plan Bs and birth control. We need to give them access to knowledge and understanding and wisdom so they don't be out here making no stupid ass decisions. Having a whole bunch of fucking babies and getting checks by niggas they don't fucking know and then complain that the niggas ain't good. Make this shit make sense, you walking OxyMorons. Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm not lying. I'm not fucking lying. I don't do that. Ask anybody. Get your docs. Fucking check. Because the shit is amazing. It is amazing. You say you care, you don't fucking care. You don't fucking care. Some of you goddamn content creators are disgraceful and should be fucking canceled. You ain't doing shit but causing a goddamn ruckus. Child. But once you break them, don't ever look back. And say that shit with your chest if they try to come back around it. Listen. Yeah, them generational curses, man. And you got to be aware of them. You absolutely got to be conscious, right, of it. We make good people, bad people, and our realities is real. Absolutely. Yeah. I tried it with my husband. Yeah, I used to be like, I'm just scared I'm going to love you so much. And in the future, you're going to, try to control me. Just like all I be saying. I'm like, yeah, when I be hearing y'all saying, I'm like, God damn, man, that shit is true. Like, look at that. Is that me? Was I like that? I'm like, God. I ain't fight that hard. I absolutely understood. I pushed back, of course, because I'm a woman and I want to control everything. Again, transparency. Like, this is important to be conscious of self because I absolutely know the reality of it, that I cannot control everything. Everything is not in my power to control. Shout out to you, Tapping. Appreciate you pulling up and popping in. It should be a change.org petition in there. Please read it, sign it, share it with someone. We definitely need to spread the word. Women need to be held accountable for this fraudulent paternities. Once it's found out, you need to be some fucking consequences, man. If they can't pay that money back, get that man out of jail, they need to take their ass to jail. They need to start going to jail. Because they lying. It's horrible. Destroying people's lives. Whew, child. Y'all know women just been years and years of lying. The white woman that lied on Emmett Till, I can go to a whole bunch of other extremes. So believe all women. You're not doing that. You know how many brothers are sitting behind jail because of false accusations? Because if a woman says somebody raped them, they believed. But then you have people who actually has been assaulted and they're afraid to go to court because they hear the stories of going to court and the person not being charged. It's such a battle. But when you have lying ass women lying on men, they sitting behind jail. It's something that has to do an abundance of time. You know, just Google it and see what comes up. How many? I'm just gonna show you one. This is Mr. Vincent Simmons, 1997. 2 white bitches lied on him and he did 44 years in jail. He's been released. They gave him a whole bunch of money and shit. 44 years. They gave him a whole bunch of money and shit, but 44 fucking years in jail here in America, a black man.
You free, bro. You free. You're free.
So happy to see you.
His accusers, Sharon and Karen Sanders, decided to stand down.
He went in guilty. He's guilty now. And guess what? He will die guilty.
You ready?
I'm happy. I got 44 years.
Are you mad at anyone?
No, I'm not mad.
So you're not mad at the women?
No, I'm not mad at them. I mean that. When I told them I forgive them, that's what I mean. Forgiveness.
That's just one. I came across like 6. I couldn't even look no more. I said, I'm just going to use the one. Liars. Men lie a lot. Women tell the worst fucking lies, though. Tell the worst lies. You know, and we grew up with, and we've always read to our children, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. You know, those types of stories of fibbing and, you know, telling all these lies and how it's going to create a dynamic where nobody's going to believe you. So in the abundance of years of all this lying going on, I'm sorry, ladies, I don't fucking believe y'all. And now y'all just walking around looking like clowns. So I really don't believe you. Fake eyelashes, again, fake eyelashes, fake fucking hair all the time. Now, if it don't apply, let it fucking fly. Some of y'all might do it once in a while, but the motherfuckers who do it all the time, I know people sleep with they go get the makeup done, babe, and they sleep with the shit on for 2-3 days. And say, I got to get my money's worth out of this. What type of shit is that? How is that going to affect your body, your eyes, the glue? Constantly having somebody put something in there, tearing your hair out. We're already going to age gracefully. And you know what? When you get to the 40s, yeah, it'll probably fall out. So things is just going to happen. It's the reality of growing older. But women want to lie. Can't ask a woman her age, her weight. And now what did we just find out? You can't ask a woman her motherfucking foot size, her shoe size. That's new. That's new. Big size 10. That's a big fucking foot. Who the fuck birthed you? Godzilla? Okay. We got a kid that's fucking 5'10" upstairs and she don't even wear 9. The fuck? Y'all starting to be built like men. And I'm not joking. No man want a woman built like him. Consider that. It's amazing to me because all I hear is women, what I want, but no consideration for what the man wants. He might want to be able to pick you up. Can't pick you up if you're 100 pounds over fucking weight. But no, you got to take me as I am and all of that bullshit. But a man can't say that. Drizzle, bitch. Drizzle. A man can't say that. Well, he gotta be, I want a man that's gonna be inspired and motivated to want more, because if he's just okay with his job, then, are you motivated to put that motherfucking DoorDash down, all the snacking, and work on your health? Because ladies, when you get older, it gets harder. Let me tell you. Just trying to be honest with you. Because if you go to your elder house and your ass getting fat, they're going to tell you getting fat. You might want to work on that. It's not going to be beneficial to you in your future. Are you ladies considering the fucking future? I don't think so. because I'm seeing how the children are turning out over the last 25 years. We've been doing this 29 motherfucking years. I've been watching directly in the school, PTA, all the time. Madison is the only child that has not been in the school the last 4 years because of the pandemic. Constantly around parents. Occasionally, I'll see some engaging parents, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. Oh, my goodness, child. Yeah, we found us a little rec center. So we pulled up first day, made some friends. They loved us, whole group of 9, 10, and 11. So perfect for Maddie. You know, everybody was socializing. We stayed, hung out with them. So they was begging us to come back the next day. Okay. And all dodgeball. Yeah, we was having a good time. Yeah, that third day, Maddie caught the bug. Caught the cooties, man. You know, just going to school. Going to school, you're going to pick up some bad habits. You're going to learn some stuff that just don't make no damn sense, and you ain't got nobody at home to bring more context to it. Your kids need that. Them kids was starving for attention. Do you hear me? Begging to come home with us. So, of course, me, the first day, I got to talk to them about consent and boundaries because these are all little girls. How desperate they are for fucking attention. Their behavior says so much more than anything else. Let me tell you. So if you have daughters, engage them, engage them, engage them, communicate with them, talk with them, have all kind of hypotheticals and what if kind of conversations, you know, in play. They're going to need that. Because women, we're quite reactive. Yeah, and they're going to have to learn to control that. And it's best to do it now instead of trying to learn that the hard way out in the world with people that don't fucking care about you. It's real. A BC child. Hubby and I went plant-based cold turkey 13 years ago, and our families thought we were out of our mind. But now that we have 5 healthy and thriving children, now they want tips and tricks. Sounds pretty familiar. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, come across families like that, and they have this own sense in their mind that you think you're better than us. That's what I hate, because I don't think that. I don't think that, and I'm sure you don't think that. But I would hear this. My little nieces and nephews may have said this to my youngest, you know, when she was young, because she was so smart and articulate, you know, what one would say now, you know, she talks white. It's what they said back 20 years ago, you know, when she was growing up. Very articulate, right? So the ignorance is amazing. So shout out to you. Give them tips as they come along, you know, but I had the same thing. I stopped eating meat since October. I'm the only one in the house that doesn't eat meat. Everybody else eats meat. So I still cook it and make meals for them, and I'll make something a little separate. I'll have everything else, but I'll make something separate for me, you know, and I adjust. But that's a me thing, you know. Everybody else is carnivores. I don't have a problem with that. But just having those type of tactics or strategies within the family, you know, it should be shared. It should be shared. You know, we do a lot of healthy stuff here, make our bread, and I make butter. We made ice cream. Like, again, we homeschool, so there's so many things that I want to teach Madison at my awesome elementary school back in the 80s. Shout out to PS 30 Queens. Yeah, the school was awesome. They had so many extras, you know, besides just learning educational stuff to pass tests. You know, they took us to different places to do pottery and, you know, art, and it was amazing. So I try to give her that type of experience. We're not on a regular school regimen, get up 7 o'clock and sit at the desk. No, we'd be in the bed, we'd be on the porch, we'd be in wherever, in the kitchen, you know. We kind of just go with the flow, because knowledge is power and power is freedom. Not money. ABC chimed in. Our daughters are the oldest, 11 and 9 in 3 days. Wow. The boys 5, 4, and 3. You got little people. Shout out to y'all. Goodness gracious. Nope, not at all. It was trial and error. Absolutely. For the first 5 years, like I can't make mistakes. You can absolutely make mistakes. Give yourself grace. Give yourself some grace. The mistakes that I would say that you try not to make is learning to control ourselves, screaming at them. I was big on that in my early years. Of course, I was 20. I had a tragic childhood, so I was parenting fear, like, helicopter parent and a disciplinarian. But so much love and abundance, you know what I mean? On top of that. But hubby had to absolutely course correct me with the yelling, always yelling. Why you always yelling? My mother would say it to me too. But consequences, man, they got to know when you ain't playing. I added y'all on FB. My hat says weird. We appreciate you. You'll definitely check it out. It's amazing. I hate liars. And I usually stay away from them. So if there's someone who's a compulsive liar, just someone that lies all the time, I stay away. I might even still interact, but I won't be in direct, because the lies, I'm going to say something, I can't just let it slide. So if I don't hear it, I don't want to be putting anybody in no rough positions, but this is where we are. So we need to. Some people need to be put in some rough positions, especially with something like dealing with predators. We cannot be throwing that shit under the rug no more. No more. No more, because it affects everybody. It affects everybody, especially them babies. Y'all got to learn to stop lying.
One way to increase the probability that things will unfold for you properly is to not lie. Just stop lying. Stop saying things you believe to be untrue. Stop doing things you know to be wrong. Just start with that. You'll get closer and closer to the truth. And the truth is the adventure of life. That's the advantage to the truth. You have the world on your side. Because if you're lying about things, you're opposing reality. Who are you? Who are you to oppose reality? Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Liar, liar, pants on fire. If you can lie, you can steal. You can kill. That's what the elders used to say. They ain't play that lying stuff we didn't play. So that's something I kept. We kept that. We ain't playing that lying stuff. Because if I can, you my kids, like if I can't believe you, like how am I supposed to advocate for you? How am I supposed to take up for you? How am I supposed to support you when you're a fucking liar? And we're not doing that. So if they do have that kind of behaviors and tendencies, it's always going to be called out. So they know like this behavior needs to change. It's not going to get you any good consequences, results. Yeah, it's going to be bad every time because we're going to catch you. Right, babe? We're good catchers of lies, especially for our own children. Like, come on, but children try you, but grown people try you. Women try you even more. For real. The kind of lie where they say, I'm pregnant, and then they get their period. They'll say they have a miscarriage. Yeah, you don't believe me? Why would a woman lie about that? Why would a woman lie about that? Because she wants empathy. She wants empathy and sympathy and some type of intimate connection with the guy. Teach your girls to not lie like that, okay? All right? Because they go up to be grown women and the lies get fucking worse.
They think that I was pretty.
No, you're not cute at all. Lying to this man about his child.
You think you're fucking cute. That's...
They think that I was pretty.
No, you're not cute at all.
Your girls think that that's important. They're pretty. They're fucking pretty. They're so fucking pretty. They're pretty. What else you got? Congratulations. Congratulations on your pretty face. Ain't nice here. What else? What else you got? Got some discipline? Can you think rationally? Can you self-regulate? This is all young women. And this is an old one. This is an old one. No, it's many of them. It's many of them Judge Mathis, child. And in there, the crowd is always clapping for the goddamn woman with the ignorance, disrespect to the man. It's always paraded. It's always okay. But let you shame a woman in court or any of that, the whole crowd will be like, oh, huh, babe? They'll be like, oh, no, he did. Oh. It is amazing. Such a double standard, a hypocrisy. Watch this. I love Judge Mathis. You ain't that fucking cute.
They think that I was pretty.
No, you're not cute at all. Lying to this man about his child as you believe it to be, threatening, lying to him, telling him you had an abortion of his child, knowing that it was his child. Let me see the results. Playing games, give you this and that, so you can tell that other man all that. That's not his child. Have a good day.
Go to jail. Don't pass go. Don't collect no child support. Go to jail. Get a fine. You're causing havoc. You're causing havoc by allowing multiple men in your fucking vagina within a 5-6 week period. Have some discipline. Ladies, have some discipline. He ain't got no condom, no fucking. He ain't got no condom, you can't get in. No entry. Say no. You like him so much, he's so cute, he's so exciting. No. My body, my choice, say no. Require something else. Require more. Because babies come out of fucking. They do. They do. You can get pregnant. Yeah, with a condom, on birth control, all of that. Yeah. Make our girls know this. Educate them. They have to consider. Because we're raising little hoes. We're raising little whores. The music is absolutely raising little whores. We've been out a while. Got to go out Friday. Holy shit. Grown and sexy? Wow. We're not 25. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. It's amazing. And the DJs play. They spin this shit on the wheels like it has no good beat rhythm. And they talk about whores. And like it's really derogatory. And the women like it. That's the crazy shit. They play the good old school, you know, dance move. And yeah. No, the ladies like that shit. Y'all do a lot of shaking and feeling all up on each other. And it ain't a lesbian affair. That's the crazy shit. It ain't a lesbian affair. I'm not going to assume that. But ladies, y'all will be doing too much. And y'all think it's okay. Don't want nobody to judge you, but they judging you. Oh, they're judging you. The men's judging y'all. Absolutely. Stand around each other and grab all on each other's asses and shit. Because it's the person's birthday. The person's birthday gets groped sexually. My friends, are you kidding me? Grab my titties on my ass while I'm dancing. It's a fucking problem. What are y'all doing? This is how we parade each other. You start twerking and your friends start smacking your ass. Is that not sexual? You not being a whore? You just not stripper moves for the men and everybody else to watch? Is it not inviting unwarranted sexual advances? You don't think so? You think you just have the freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. This is a problem. This is the problem. It's getting out of control because nobody has no control. You can't self-regulate. Some of y'all be falling all over the motherfucking place. What is the problem? Even your friends won't check you. Y'all don't check each other. The foolishness is continued. And y'all grown. Make no damn sense. Everybody has the right to do whatever the fuck they want, but consider other fucking people. That is the true understanding, is to consider other motherfucking people when you doing what you doing, when you saying what you saying, when you wearing what you wearing. Nope, but we in a world, it's all about me, boo. It's all about me, boo. So how you gonna consider the children? You think that mentality just stops when you give birth? Bullshit. It enhances while y'all are pregnant. Y'all been trained wrong. Because I grew up knowing societies where women had to work, babies are on the front and in the back, and we still carrying shit on our head. Like, this is the nation I know we're built on, because I did it. Them Brooklyn streets with shopping carts with 2 big ass laundry baskets with the baby sitting on top, going 6 blocks to the, please. Strength. Shit is amazing. Can't victim, ladies. Nah, grow up. Your responsibility is to educate and teach these youth. We've been failing because y'all been lying, just lying. You let them go to school and learn the lies that you learned. We're 40 years into this public school education, and yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, they took a lot of the resources out. You have these charter schools where they have these, you know, what do they call them, babe? The charter schools where they be having the selecting lotteries and if you're not directly involved in them schools, you don't know what's going on. Okay, pay attention. Pay attention. But the lies is amazing. We got to do a better job. I'm about to get out of here in a minute, but I'm gonna be back. Y'all know it, with some more shit. Next week it's gonna be crazy. Because women need to be holding women accountable. And when you have other women get mad, don't like or disapprove women holding women accountable, shit is amazing. It don't make no sense. We gonna still
the truth, or at least don't lie, because you can't tell the truth, right? Because who are you to tell the truth? You can stop saying things that you know are lies. Well, how can you adapt to reality when you falsify it? You can't just lie to other people, because what you say becomes you, especially if you practice it. Don't say things you know to be false. That's a good start. Lies yourself with the truth. How can that be a bad idea?
Practice makes perfect. Practice makes better, greater. Practice good habits. Okay, stop the fucking lying. Stop the fucking lying. It's just it's a bit much. We're not choosing to live in your fucking reality. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, especially when the shit don't make no sense. There was the J.C. Penney's picture circulating, and I'm hearing single mothers was upset. No, it was upset. You single mothers, you know, you're so proud to be single mothers, and you get upset when people talk about single mothers. Be proud on your shit, okay? Stand on your shit. Don't let nobody knock you off that, right? You're so proud. Be proud in that shit. But consider, I always say that, right? Consider those little children that you're raising. They're going to want to know, okay? Because their consciousness will wake up. They will understand the reality of their life and that they don't have a fucking father around. Whatever lie you made up, I hope you remember. Because it will come up. It will be some type of dialogue. Be proud in that shit. Cancel fucking Mother's Day. We're getting back to that. Cancel it. cancel it until behaviors change, until there's some consequences for the foolish and wrong behavior. It's absolutely causing men distress, financial disparity, emotional distress with children, the conflict it causes with families. It's a lot. Y'all cause a lot of shit with your lies. You know you was fucking more than one person. That's where the lie comes in. And it's unlawful. I mean, it's against the law to knowingly put a man's name on a birth certificate, knowing that they're not the father. When it's found out, there's no consequences for women. It has yet to be a woman held responsible or accountable for doing that, but it's against the law. Yeah, we got to do better. There needs to be some fucking accountability, and maybe it'll stop. Maybe we won't have so many fathers that are being alienated. Okay, we talk about this absent father shit. Women alienate them on purpose with their bitterness, with their hate that the relationship didn't work out the way they wanted or expected. Claim all kinds of abuse and this and that. He was such a liar. He was this and that, liar, cheater. How long was the relationship? 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years? Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe just your story. I'm sorry. I would love to see some videos if you got it. Yeah, because I don't believe you. You're giving yourself to somebody, you're actually having a baby by somebody who's this way. Yeah, okay. Y'all got to consider that. You got to self-reflect on the shit you put yourself in. Y'all lie too much. Y'all believe your own shit. That's the worst part. Okay? Bullshitters.
I'm all for bullshitters and bullshitting. I'm not as big a fan of the liars and lying. A liar's faking it, but not admitting to themselves that, it's fucking creation. I'm faking it. A liar, I'm lying to your face right now, and I don't give you that hair of a wink out of my right eye that lets you know, hey, go with me here.
Yeah.
I think there's value in the bullshitting.
Yeah.
Now, the lying becomes troublesome because, one, I've duped you and I didn't let you know. Come on, I was just telling the story about catching the fish. The fish always gets bigger every year we tell a story. Come on, go with it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But the lying, all of a sudden, I don't know my own. I don't know when I'm emanating something, creating something, telling the truth, being authentic, or lying.
Ladies. What I'm going to need y'all to do is stop lying. Stop lying about you knowing what a real man is. Come on. Because you absolutely have no motherfucking clue. You ain't no man. You ain't no man. Good man. Y'all don't know shit. You think you do. You should listen to the man that you are choosing. They are all uniquely individuals in their own greatness. Let's have a listen.
There's a lot of things that go into being a man that we have to do to even be considered a good man. Because women think that they have the license or the stamp to revoke your license as a man. You're not a real man. I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you listening, there's not a woman on earth that can say what a real man is and ain't, because you're not a man and never been a little boy to say what a real man is. He can do whatever. A real man is a man, period. He might not be a good man, but he's a man. Oh, you don't make this amount of money, you're not a real man. You don't do this, you're not a real man. Yes, he is. He's a real man. He's just not a good man. But y'all not allowed to say what a real man is. So stop. There's a lot.
And I approve that message. Stop it. Got some fucking nerve. Let's talk about what it is to be a real woman. What it is to be a real woman. Because I can't tell the fucking difference between y'all and the trans women and the transvestites and the cross dressers. I can't.
Okay.
if we want to just talk about looks, because everybody's reproductive system don't work and ain't able to bear children. So is that really a characteristic? Some of y'all wouldn't have been able to give birth without help. Huh? Stomachs cut open and shit. Like, let's be realistic about what technology has done for us, the privileges and the provisions. Some of y'all cervix won't open. That baby would stay stuck in your body, right? Stop telling men what a real man is. You have no fucking clue. It's disrespectful and you're fucking lying. Lying. And let men sit up here and start saying what women are. Y'all would have a goddamn fit. You don't know. You don't know what it's like. You don't know. Yeah, bitch. Hypocrite. Like, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Give respect, you'll get respect. Okay? This has been unique. I'm gonna have to revisit this. Liars. Clip, 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 clip. Liars. Where Ricky at? He ain't even pull up. Liars, bro.
Okay.
Goddamn walking oxymorons. Shout out to the Wife School podcast. How you doing, love? Transmit already to it. It's amazing. And y'all keep, the more y'all put on social media, the more we're gonna judge, gonna critique it, because it's a goddamn shame. We need to put a list together of what a real woman is. Some of y'all are misbehaving. But we're going to say what a real mother is, what a real wife is, because we're all women, right? We have all the parts. So, that's granted, right? But we ain't the fucking same. We is not the same.
Okay.
Vibes podcast. Shout out to Take Heed to the Message podcast. Dating to Marriage Support. And my new lady in the chat, Miss ABC. I really appreciate your transparency and what you've shared. Sound like you might be right at home over here, I'm telling you. But Conscious Parent Tuesdays is what me and hubby does together. We give a lot of tips and strategies, offer types of methods to best parent your children, how to work together, as a team, united front as husband and wife, all kinds of stuff. Then we have coffee and cappuccino, pop up and chat. So we'll do stuff like that. We got verses days where we have different verses of music. So we got a nice variety going on over here. Hubby comes on Saturdays for Cerebral Saturdays to speak to the men, and I come on Sundays for Shame Sunday to speak to the women. So we try to, throw a little bit of content in there and have some fun, with it all. Of course, we have full kids, that these are memoirs for them. If this is here for 20 years, hopefully our grandchildren and our children's children will be watching it and being able to see grandma and grandpa in their true essence, and see we don't play that shit. Yeah, it's real. So when they hear the stories from their moms, and they pops and all that, they'll get to see it in real life. So, shout out to my babies. I love y'all. Do it for y'all. But this was awesome. I appreciate y'all pulling up and popping in now. Be conscious of your lies. Be conscious of your lies and how they affect other people. It's no need. Being true to yourself is telling the fucking truth. Like, not creating this whole delusional life, this make-believe fairy tale, to get clicks and views and be real grifters. Just straight liars. So you have a lot of content creators that are out here like that. Be mindful, vet where you're getting your information from. Of course, it's some foolery that's fun. We all like to engage to that sometimes, but When you're looking for some quality, come on over here to He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance, promote conscious parenting 911. And, you know, we're here for it. You know, we'll be back here Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes we pop up throughout the week. Again, y'all have a good week. I hope y'all are prepared to be better liars, or try not to lie at all, because the kids are watching. Okay, they watching. Be kind to somebody besides yourself. Okay, that's when true character shines through. I appreciate you. Thank you, hubby, for being on the ones and twos. Moderator and husband of mine. I appreciate y'all. Like, tell a friend to tell a friend, share my shit. And I appreciate y'all, for real. Y'all have a good week. We'll see y'all soon. Take care.
And we gotta find somebody that's down for hers, man. All these girls sipping, man. Who you think fit the category? Category.
This message is for all of the people who said that they are so disappointed in me. They're disappointed that I'm not showing more grace. They're disappointed that this is my perspective. They can't believe that I'm being such a hater. This is for y'all. Listen and listen closely. I will always shame anything that does not empower, uplift, motivate, inspire, or encourage our community to be positive. I will always call out when someone is wrong and does not take accountability, because it makes other people think that that type of behavior is acceptable. I will always draw attention to when people are doing things that will harm our children, harm our community, and continue to tear down the reputation of Black men and Black women. Always. So if it is disappointing to you that I have no problem saying I want better for us, so we need to stop giving our money, giving our time, and giving our attention to anything that does not make us better, be disappointed, baby. And you might as well be prepared to continue to be disappointed in me, because I am standing 10 toes down on the fact that if you are not here to build up, improve, and be a part of the success of the Black community, please exit stage left. Okay, bye.
Bring back shame. You know what I'm saying? Bring it back. Shame plays a role. Shame is very necessary for a society to thrive. I promise you. Not only do we need to bring back shame, we need to bring back public.
I am here to do some good old-fashioned slut shaming.
Yeah!
Shame. 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 Shame.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
You see, baby, I don't do this just for the recognition. I do it for the children. You can take the children and bounce them on their knees. Bounce them on the knee and then sing a melody. The Barnett man. That was lovely. That was beautiful. Johnny Gill should sign you up. My. Wake up!
Hey, little kids don't follow these dope ass.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Will you disrespect?
BOS on the track. Yeah.